Hey there, my name is Mike Munzing with Munzing Mortgage Group. Bring these videos to you each week to kind of cover what's going on in the mortgage industry, how it affects you, the realtors, and your buyers. It's a very complicated market these days, so it's important to know what's happening. We've got that government shutdown, lots of stuff going on. So my 25 years of experience does come in handy in trying to break this down for you. Every week, I send you these emails. If you're on my email list, if you find me online, that's great too. But I email out these updates. Hopefully it gives you good information. I've been adding in some new reports, some charts, some other aspects. So look through that. I know it's a little busy. That's just my design style. I'm trying to lighten that up for you in the future, but hopefully it's got a lot of good information there. What I like to encourage you to do is go over to my website at www.mikemunzing.com. If you're holding an open house, if you're talking to a buyer, also bring up my rate sheet. Now my rate sheet's basically targeted at the primary loans, 30-year fixed, 15-year fixed, a 5-1 arm for conforming jumbo, and FHA and VA. This gives you good information to talk to the buyers about, give them an idea about what the rates are, and then you can work out where the payments are as well. Okay, this video is going to be a little bit shorter. I want to touch on a couple of things. Obviously, this government shutdown has a lot of people concerned. The most important thing to realize is that the loans are still going through in most cases. I put an email out to many of you this last week, but what it covers is the biggest item that we have to deal with is what's called the Form 4506. It's that form that the borrower signs, and we send it, or the lender sends it to the IRS, and they send out a printed report as to what your buyers have filed for their tax returns for the last 2 or 3 years. They line that up with the tax returns that are given to the lender or given to me to send to the lender, and those numbers have to line up. And if they don't, obviously bad things have happened. So those are now being kind of set aside by the investors, and they're going to send them once the government shutdown goes away, then they will be sent over. So we want to make sure that those tax returns that we have are absolutely correct, because if one of the 4506s comes back wrong, some bad things are going to happen. There'll be loan buybacks. The buyers will definitely face some repercussions that will be very nasty. A couple of loans have fallen kind of through the cracks on that consideration of pushing it off, and those are for the big jumbo loans, the actual jumbo loans that are above 625, 500, and the owners, the few that we have that have more than 4 properties, between 5 and 10 properties with mortgages, they're being excluded as well. So those are the 2 that are not funding right now. We're going to wait and see what happens once the government comes back together, and that I hear that might be very soon, as it if the news is correct as I read it today. But next would be Social Security number verifications. If somebody's had a mishap with their Social Security number and there's some conflicting numbers, that could pose a problem, because you got to be able to reach the IRS to confirm that. Another one is if you're working with a government employee and we have to do a verbal or a written verification of employment, that will have to wait till this government shutdown goes away as well, because no one's there to verify that they're working there. And finally, with FHA and VA, those being government type loans, that's not a problem. They're servicing those departments are staying open. FHA, VA loans have not been a problem at all. Another area that I want to mention, I'm running into this somewhat in the streets. After 25 years, I'm sort of shocked by this. I am still a mortgage broker. I've been a direct lender in the past. I've been back and forth over these 25 years. I am always trying to find the best means of bringing you, the realtor, and your buyers, the best loans out there, the most flexibility, the least restrictions. And being a broker, as much as you hear differently on the streets, it is still the best way to go. A lot of these direct lenders have guidelines that need to be met. They have overlays that investors also have, but I've got a whole slew of investors. If one of my investors has an overlay, another one will probably not. So I try to keep a large cadre of investors so I can bring the best loans to you. A couple things to think about, a couple of the programs that you won't find with most of your direct lenders. One is the new Back to Work program with FHA. If your buyers have had a foreclosure, short sale, or bankruptcy with some specific reasons per the income in the last just over a year, they can move forward and get another FHA loan. It's a new product down the pipe. Next would be the 15% down jumbo loans, or a 85% loan to value jumbo loan up to $1 million, no PMI. That's loosening up. You won't find that at most of your direct lenders. You may not find that at your in-house lender as well. So once again, I've always been here, 25 years. It's good to keep me on that list. Next would be the loans up to 97% non-FHA conforming loans. Restrictions are just a hair tighter than the FHAs, but you miss out on a lot of that extreme mortgage insurance. So it's good to get them, to run them through that conventional loan first, see if they'll fit. If they don't, they've got to fall back to the FHA. And then for those buyers that you've worked with that bought the homes 100% cash, I hear a lot of you saying, hey, my buyers are all cash. Well, a lot of times these folks want to try to get some of that money back out after the fact. So if they're going to be keeping the home, whether an investment or primary owner occupied, I've got this delayed financing. We can go back in. We don't have to wait the 6 months. We can get them that loan, get their money back, and who knows, they might want to use that money to buy another property through you. So that's important as well. And finally, a couple things. My investors are closing loans within 15 days, maybe a couple of days less. A lot of times that depends on the buyers when they hold off on getting conditions. But if your buyer's on it, moving fast, getting things to me quickly, we can close loans in 15 days. Not this month, 2 months that I've heard some of these investors out there, but my investors are moving quick. They're correspondent, they're wholesale lenders, they're moving fast, they're doing great loans, and their rates are phenomenal, which is great too. And finally, the pre-approval letters that you need to get. Yes, I'm a broker. I am not a direct lender, but I work with the direct lenders and get them approved 7 days a week, automated approvals for you. And those automated approvals will generate a letter of approval or pre-approval from a direct lender when you need it, and I'll get that right to you. So the buyers have a letter from a direct lender. It should alleviate any concerns. Once again, with me being around so long, I know most of the listing agents out there, they know who I am. They're like, it's with Mike, we're good with that. So definitely give me a call. Now you can reach me anytime at 949-689-5626. I look forward to working with you and your buyers. That'll be great. Keep me in mind this weekend. I will be working. I work 7 days a week. My phone's always with me. That number is my cell phone. Night and day, you can reach me. That's what I do. This is my life. This is our lives. I know how hard you guys work as well, and I love being here with you, for you, and working together. So let's do that. Let's work together. Call me anytime, and have a great weekend. God bless you. God bless your family. God bless this beautiful country, and I'm here for you. Bye-bye. Money, 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 money.